because I could never hate watch such a waste of time. I got a video recommended to me the other day. I realized something basically. I've never had hateful content really get recommended to me, because when I get content from creators that have those types of audiences, or their content's kind of just about like making fun of someone or being like, oh, this ain't it, those types of videos, whatever, I always say don't recommend. Or like, I don't watch that kind of stuff, or I downvote, or whatever it is, you know, dislike. And so I think YouTube is like, oh, she doesn't like that. So I never get that recommended to me. But I had an incognito tab open, and I was listening to music, because I don't always want like YouTube to just recommend me music videos. You know what I mean? So I'll just take an incognito tab, open a playlist that I have in there, and let it play. So it's playing music, and it recommends me a video because I had like some of Mouse's songs in there. And there's a dude who made a video that was just straight up like telling Mouse to stop making music. And it had a lot of views, hundreds and hundreds of thousands. In my head, I was like, I bet if I go to this person's channel and I open their channel, I bet they're gonna have like 20 other videos of this style. Just being like, I don't like X person, I don't like Y person, blah, blah, blah. This is probably all they do, right? I open the channel. It's literally not a single title and thumbnail was not hateful, right? Like not a single one was not them just shitting on other people. And they had, you could tell from their comments, they had a very young audience. And I was like, holy shit. No, it's not rage bait. It's not rage bait. It's content where you rally young people together who do not have like social experience yet to sit there and like fling together. Right? I had never seen this. Apparently, like a bunch of you were like, oh, I know which one that was. Yeah. I saw it and I was like, this is real. And the thing is, once I opened that one, because, you know, it's like incognito tab, so it's like new algo, there were so many other creators doing that style of content where they just comment on other people and what they're doing. And it's so negative, and it's every video that they make. And I was like, holy fuck, so many of them. And I was like, Jesus Christ. I don't know. It's like a world I never get exposed to because I just dislike that kind of content. You know, like YouTube knows I'm not gonna want it. But it was crazy. It ended up making Mouse more fans. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be so real with you. At the end of the day, like almost all like internet hate on creators of any kind, no matter what they do, is so forced. And then especially when it's someone just enjoying themselves and then people start flinging shit at them, it's always like so forced. It's cringe, you know? So it's like, I don't know. I couldn't live with myself making that kind of content where I like fling at someone who's just having a good time. It's crazy. I was watching someone saying that the aggressive and hateful titles help promote videos. Yeah. Because the thing is, you cast a wide net, because the people that want to hate will see that and be like, yeah, and click on it. And then the people who don't want that, who want to defend, will be like, oh my God, what? And then click. So it grabs like both sides to watch it. And then you get a lot of like really annoying loud commenters who will like fight for their awful negative opinion, you know? So it actually, yeah, it works really well because you don't really alienate anyone from clicking with that type of title, if that makes sense. Because the people who disagree with it will still look at it and be like, oh no, what's going on? They'll be concerned and they'll click, you know? But the good news is, yeah, her music, like, people found it because of that. And I think a lot of people realized that the hate was so forced. And a lot of the aftermath seems to be people just being like, hey, whether it's for you or not for you, I don't think you needed to say it was like this bad, because it wasn't, you know, we've heard way worse. Like, it was not like that, you know? At worst, it's not for you, you know? Or a lot of people pointing out like, hey, this wasn't made for you, you know? Like, you're not the audience. Why do you care? That kind of stuff. So good silver lining in the end kind of thing. But it's kind of funny. I think it's always funny to see someone try to like rally people against someone, and then even the type of community they're trying to hit, the type of demographic they're trying to hit to agree with them is just like, what? No. You know? I don't know. But I never really like see that stuff out in the wild. I'm like not aware of how much stuff there is like that because it never gets recommended to me. So I was just surprised to even see it. I was like, oh my God, this is real? ? It's a whole different world out there or something. I just don't like that they spread false rumors about a creator. Yeah, that's the that gets the worst. I don't care if you like someone or not, at least only say stuff that you know is true, right? Or like confirm. If you see someone saying some crazy shit and you're like, what? They did that? Just go look it up. It takes 2 seconds. You have the internet, you know, like the internet is there for you to figure out if this is verified or not. Especially with VTubers, I find there's a lot of people just saying that's super untrue. And then they're like, especially young audiences, just eat it up. They just eat it up and believe it. And I'm like, dude, could I just get up there and start saying that isn't true about them? And then people will be like, okay, haha, like that's crazy. Even if they make a statement saying they were wrong, the damage is already done. Yeah, pulling the trigger early, you know, really does it. Whatever people hear first, they're most likely to kind of like attach to and decide is true in their head. Even if you tell them the truth later, it really like affects their opinion heavily and how they form later opinions too. So you know, it's not just like tabloids back in the day. Yeah, it's same different era, right? People will complain. They'll be like, the world is so crazy. Everyone's so hateful on the internet. And I'm like, it was always like this. You just didn't hear it because the internet makes you now able to hear everybody's opinions. But before that, it was, you know, people picking up tabloid magazines and being like, oh my God, can you believe this? She's such a or whatever the fuck they were reading, you know? And it'd be like unconfirmed rumors and they would just believe it, right? High school It's true, man. That's why when we get someone here who like says some crazy we just go like, blank this, pants grab, you know? Just don't take it seriously. There's just no need to actually like get upset over any of this because these people are probably all like 14. And even then, if someone comes in here and they're Paul Revere and they want to let us know first about something crazy that happened and it's true, blah, 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 brother, who cares? Do people who are actual adults even actively watch that sort of stuff? Unfortunately, yes. I find a lot of it is young people, but there are adults that also interact with that. It's a little less about age than it is about like life experience and social experience, depth of character, you know, these types of things. Definitely no depth of character when you spend all your time doing that kind of stuff. That's just how it is, man. You think it's possibly racism or sexism given she's a Puerto Rican woman? No, I think it's anime hate, which is also very forced and has always been. People like to hate on stuff that they don't know about because if you hate on something that you do know about or is closer to home, then you'll feel shame. So they just want to fling at something that they don't know about or don't feel attached to because then they can do it and feel good about themselves because that's the only way they feel good about themselves. They might have more remorse if she had like a face cam because then they see a real person's upset face as they're talking about being upset. But because they're seeing an anime character's face, it's easier for them to separate themselves as a human from it. Therefore, it's easier for them to be like mean. Because you notice a lot of these people that will do this stuff won't do it to someone after they've cried enough times on camera, right? Then they start to feel remorse. Or they won't do it to someone in person, but they'll do it to a creator because they're separated from the creator, right? Yeah, it's dehumanization, exactly. Every little thing you do that separates you from relating to that person dehumanizes them more in your mind and then makes it easier for you to be mean or say crazy shit or not worry if you're spreading something that's not true, right? So that's literally what it is, which dehumanization sounds like a crazy term for it. It sounds like it's extreme, but it's literally the process of what's happening, you know? So the more people like say stuff about VTubers, whatever, the more I look at it and I'm like, it's just so easy for them to not feel remorse because they don't feel like they relate to it. And then they're already lacking in empathy a little bit. Like they do this to normal people as well, right? But this makes it even easier. So it's little hanging fruit. So a lot of the time I see a lot of these videos and I'm like, yeah, you just went for the easiest target, right? You don't see these people that make these like hater videos making them about like difficult targets. You never see them do that, right? They always pick the easy ones, which is like weak, you know? I'm like, go after a creator that you want to go after that has like balls to actually do some They never will. Not once, dude. I think it makes it even worse just because you don't see the face is still a disgusting behavior, right? I think it's more cowardly because I'm like, oh, you're only willing to be this aggressive towards someone that is separate from you, but you'd never do this in person, right? That's just how it is. Dehumanization is really common online. Yeah, this is why like when you teach kids to have empathy, because kids, you know, they're born with like a little empathy, but like they have to learn it. They're born with the capability of learning it. You have to teach them, right? And the way you teach them is teaching them to put themselves in that situation, right? So that's why people really, really, really do the that they do online is because they're so many steps removed from it. They can't even imagine what it's like. They don't understand, you know, how much they're hurting people or whatever because they think, I don't know. They think it like it's not something that can or will happen to them. And then the moment their own friend deals with like that, they're like, stop the online hate. Don't bully, you know? Their own friend or they themselves deal with something like that and they're like, you people are disgusting. Classic. It happens every time, you know? I feel like most adults have missed that lesson as a child. No, I think again, like I'm saying, everyone learns it when it happens to them, but it's still really easy for them to continue being awful when they feel removed from the person, right? Which is again why I'm saying it's like easier for people to say shit about VTubers or be mean to them because they're more degrees separated from them, from feeling empathy, from feeling like they relate to them, etc. The character on the screen doesn't help. You know, this is a big part of why I don't go full into like playing a character all the time, stuff like that, because I would much rather have you guys just like relate to me as a normal person than, you know, even if you do it positively, treat me like a character, because I feel like you open yourself up to a lot of the negative as well. And I don't want to deal with it personally. I really don't. I want to have like a normal life experience here on the internet, you know, as much as possible, as much as you can as an anime character, right?